Hello, we are the ICPS House Captains, and it is our great pleasure to welcome you to our virtual end-of-year show.
We would have loved to welcome you back into school for this show, but as we know this is not possible at the moment.
But don't worry, we have still been working hard to perform for you, even if it's virtually.
Following on from our poetry workshop last half-term, all of our classes have been busy learning poems ready to perform to you, and we really hope you enjoy them.
In addition to the poems, we will be showcasing some of the wonderful things that have been taking place in our music lessons this year. So without further ado, sit back and relax as we present to you the 2021 end-of-year show.
Poetry and music.
Reception and New One will present Harry McClay by Lindley Dodd. Out of the gates and off for a walk went Harry McClary from Donaldson Surrey. And Hercules was as big as a horse. With Harry McClary from Donaldson Surrey. Bottomly pots covered in spots. Hercules was as big as a horse. And Harry McClary from Donaldson Surrey. Muffin McClay like a bundle of hay. Bottomly pot covered in sport. Hercules moss as big as a horse. And Harry McClary from Donaldson Surrey. Bits and Maloney all skinny and bony. Muffin McClay like a bundle of hay. Bottomly pots covered in spots. Hercules moss as big as a horse. And Harry McClary from Donaldson Surrey. Schnitzel von Crumb with a very low tom. Bits and Maloney all skinny and bony. Muffin McClay like a bundle of hay. Bottomly pots covered in spots. Hercules moss as big as a horse. And Harry McClary from Donaldson Surrey. With tails in the air, they trotted on down. Past the shops in the park, to the far end of town. They sniffed at the smells and sniffed at each door. When suddenly out of the shadows, they saw Scarface Claw! The toughest Tom in town. Yeah! Said Scarface Claw. Off with a yowl. Away on a howl. A scatter of paws. And a clatter of claws. When Schnitzel of Crumb. With a very light tongue. Bits and Maloney. All skinny and bony. Muffin McClay. Not the bundle of hay. Bottomly pots. Covered in spots. Hercules moss as big as a horse. And Harry McClary from Donaldson Surrey. Straight back home to bed. Rat, tat, tat. There goes the postman. Rat, tat, tat. He's at the door. Rat, tat, tat.
Recently, Joshua Siegel came to our school and performed some of his poems. We really enjoyed it, so we have decided to perform 2 of his poems. The first one is called Chat. I have a mum who likes to chat. She chats to the dog and she chats to the cat. She chats about this and she chats about that. She chats on the telephone.
Chat!
She chats in the kitchen, she chats in the street. She chats to the neighbours and people she meets. She chats about this and she chats about that. She chats on the internet.
Chat!
She chats in the morning, she chats in the night. She chats when it's dark and she chats when it's light. She chats about this and she chats about that. She chats in the supermarket. Chat! I have a mum who likes to chat. She chats to my aunt and to great Uncle Pat. She chats about this and she chats about that. All she ever does is chat! Now we're going to perform a poem called Playtime. I have a toy piano and a little rubber duck. I have a jar of marbles and a red and yellow truck. I've got a pair of flashing shoes that light up when I run. So everybody join me for some fun! I've got a trunk of teddy bears and super racing cars. I've got a model spaceship that can fly us to the stars, then in and out of space until we end up at the sun. So everybody join me, let's have fun! I've got a speedy bicycle and lots of dented dolls. I've got plastic apples and a terrifying road. I've got a box of building blocks, so listen everyone. Come along and join me for some fun! Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed our performance. Mabata wadogu, wana ogaleya, katika shamba zuri, na yuyamti. Wanasema quack quack quack, katika shamba zuri, na yuyamti. Mabata wadogu, wana ogaleya, katika shamba zuri, na yuyamti. Wanasema quack quack quack, katika shamba zuri, na yuyamti. Mabata wadogu, wana ogaleya, katika shamba zuri, na yuyamti. Wanasema quack quack quack, katika shamba zuri, katika shamba zuri na yu ya mti, na yu ya mti. Mabata wadogo, mabata wadogo, wanaogelea, wanaogelea katika shamba zuri, katika shamba zuri, na yu ya mti, na yu ya mti. Wanasema kwa kwa kwa, wanasema kwa kwa kwa, katika shamba zuri, katika shamba zuri, na yu ya mti, na yu ya mti. Over in the meadow, in the sand, in the sun, lived a bumpy mother toad and a little toady one. Wink, said the mother, I wink, said the one. So they winked and they blinked in the sand, in the sun. Over in the meadow where the sky gleams blue, lived a woolly mother sheep and her little lammy too. Baa, said the mother, we baa, said the two. So they baa and they ran where the sky gleams blue. Over in the meadow, in a hole in a tree, lived a smooth mother robin and her little robins three. Sing, said the mother, we sing, said the three. So they sang and they chirped in a hole in a tree. Over in the meadow, in the reeds on the shore, lived a spiky mother muskrat and her little muskrats four. Dive, said the mother, we dive, said the four. So they dive and they burrow in the reeds on the shore. Over in the meadow where the slimy hive, lived a fuzzy mother bee and her little bees five. Buzz, said the mother, we buzz, said the five. So they buzz and they hum in the snug beehive. Over in the meadow where the last little sticks, lived the shiny mother crow and her little crow sis. Caw, said the mother, we caw, said the six. So they call and they call in the nest built of sticks. Over in the meadow where the grass is so even, lived the 30 mother mouse and her little mousey seven. Squeak, said the mother, we squeak, said the seven. So they squeak and they sniff in the grass soft and even. Over in the meadow by the old mossy gate, lived the scaly mother lizard and her little lizard's eight. Bask, said the mother, we bask, said the eight. So they bask in the sun on the old mossy gate. Over in the meadow
We're going to perform a poem by Joshua Seagull called Let's Hear It for the Teachers.
Let's hear it for the teachers, a curious crew. There isn't a limit to what they will do.
They mark all your work and they do not despair when you still cannot tell between there, and there.
They tell you the same thing again and again while you sit staring blankly and chewing your pen.
Sometimes the job isn't terribly fun with scary inspectors and scary bombs. And screaming on children and mentally in peace, picking holes in the work like a lump of Swiss cheese.
But listen to me, for I swear it is true. The reason they teach us, they care about you.
The reason why they get up at stupid o'clock is to give you the key to open their lock.
They're desperate to help you to be at your best, to be better people, not just pass the test.
To do well, to think well, to walk tall with pride. Let's hear it for the teachers, for they're on your side. Here's a pentatonic scale, you know, uses 5 notes, sol, la, mi, re, do, re, mi, sol, la, so, mi. Pentatonic works in harmony. Here's a pentatonic scale, you see, uses 5 notes, no, fa, no, si. Do, re, mi, sol, la, so, mi. Pentatonic works in harmony. Here's a pentatonic scale, you know, uses 5 notes, sol, la, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, sol, la, so, mi. Pentatonic works in harmony. Here's a pentatonic scale, you see, uses 5 notes, no, fa, no, ti. Do, re, mi, sol, la, so, mi. Pentatonic works in harmony. Here's a pentatonic scale, you know, see, uses 5 notes, sol, la, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, sol, la, so, mi. Pentatonic works in harmony. Here's a pentatonic scale you see. Uses 5 notes, no fa, no ti. Do, do, re, mi, so, la, so, mi. Pentatonic works in harmony.
Year 4 presents the Boneyard Rap by Wes McGee. This is the rhythm of the Boneyard Rap. Knuckle bones click and hand bones clap. Finger bones flick and thigh bones snap. When you're doing the rhythm of the Boneyard Rap.
The Boneyard Rap and it's a scare.
Give your bones a shake up if you dare.
Rattle your teeth and waggle your jaw.
And let's do the Boneyard Rap once more. This is the rhythm of the Boneyard Rap. Elbow bones click and backbone snap. Shoulder bones king and toe bones tap. When you're doing the rhythm of the Boneyard Rap.
It's the Boneyard Rap and it's a scare.
Give your bones a shake up if you dare.
Rattle your teeth and waggle your jaw.
And let's do the Boneyard Rap once more. This is the rhythm of the Boneyard Rap.
Ankle bones soft and arm bones flat.
Pelvic bones up and knee bones snap. When you're doing the rhythm of the Boneyard Rap. Give your bones a shake up if you dare. Rattle your teeth and waggle your jaw. And let's do the Boneyard Rap once more.
Miss Flotsam from Werewolf Club Rules by Joseph Coelho. Miss Flotsam was my reception teacher. She had travelled the world. Brown hair turned golden under distant suns, clothes carrying colours from countless corners of continents.
When my mother's face spilled a gush of adolescent tears at the school gates, Miss Flotsam soaked up the drops in Peruvian alpaca, caught splashes in Himalayan singing bowls, let sobs fall on Indonesian gamelans. Miss Flotsam had flown through air pockets in jumbo jets, sailed the seven seas in opposite directions, cycled through cyclones with dengue fever, soothed mothers when their hearts heaved.
When the bully punched me for being too brown, Miss Flotsam glared at him with an eye that can turn fists into begging bowls.
When my mother was late, the chairs upturned on the desk. Miss Flotsam read to me stories of imperfect families and unexpected heroes.
When I dozed in class, Miss Flotsam let me sleep through maths, through lunch, through the tuk-tuk traffic, through the home time bell.
When I was naughty, Miss Flotsam told me off, asked of the disaster destroying my home, and placed sandbags around my lies.
Miss Flotsam had climbed peaks circled by vultures, waded rivers with unseen bottoms, brought ugly fruits and dusty languages in foreign markets.
Spoke to parents in dialects they could understand, sang to pupils in rhythms they could bear.
School Tomorrow, Excuses for Mum by Joseph Coelho. Not tomorrow. One more day off, please.
I'm sick. I'm not ready. I haven't done my homework.
We don't do much the first week back. Miss won't mind if I miss one day.
My uniform's dirty. I can't remember where the school is. I want to stay home with you. We should spend some more quality time together.
I need a few more days to grow up. I won't know anyone. They'll all be older. The school fell down during the summer.
The school has flooded. The school ran away. The school is still on holiday.
I can't go to school tomorrow. My foot hurts, my leg hurts, my arm hurts, my face hurts, my belly hurts. I have the runs, I have the heat stroke, I have the plague.
I'll stay at home and clean and cook. I'll pay the bills, sort out the tax, handle the bill, just get the shopping.
I won't see my friends. I'll miss that topic about the Romans. I won't find out my results.
I won't get to laugh in assembly or joke with Mr. Linden. I won't play football.
I won't make a circuit or get to quote Shakespeare.
Where's my uniform?
There once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was a belly of tea. The winds blew up, her bow dipped down, and below my bully boys blow. Ha! Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the time is done, we'll take our leave and go.
She'd not been 2 weeks from shore, went down under a right whale bore. The captain gold on hands on swore, we'll take that whale to go.
Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum.
One day when the time is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale still came up and got her hands aside, harpoon and follow, and she dived down low.
Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum.
One day when
No line was cut, no whale was free. The captain's mind was not agreed, and he belonged to the whaleman's creed. She took that ship in tow. Soon may the whaleman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the time is done, we'll take our leave and go. La 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 la. For 40 days or even more, the line went slack, then tight once more. Our boats will lost their only for, but still that will they go. Soon may the weatherman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the train is done, we'll take our leave and go. As far as I've heard, the fight's still on, the line's not cut and the whale's not gone. The wellerman makes his regular call to encourage the captain, crew and all. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the train is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the train is done, we'll take our leave and go.
Year 6 will now present The Sneetches by Dr. Seuss.
Now, the star-bellied Sneetches had bellies with stars. The plain-belly Sneetches had none upon theirs. The stars weren't so big, they were really so small.
You might think such a thing wouldn't matter at all, but because they had stars, all the star-bellied Sneetches would brag.
We're the best kind of Sneetch on the beaches.
With their snoots in the air, they would sniff and they'd snort.
We'll have nothing to do with that plain-belly sort.
And whenever they met some, when they were out walking, they'd hike right on past them without even talking. When the star-bellied children went out to play ball, could a plain belly get in the game?
Not at all.
You only could play if your bellies had stars, but the star-bellied children had none upon theirs.
When the star-bellied Sneetches had frankfurter roast and picnics and parties and marshmallow toast, they never invited the plain-bellied Sneetches. They left them out cold in the dark of the beaches.
They kept them away, and they never let them come near, and that's how they treated them year after year.
Then one day it seems while the plain-bellied Sneetches were moping and doping alone on the beaches, just sitting there wishing their bellies had stars,
A stranger zipped up in the strangest cars.
My friends,
He announced in a voice clear and clean.
my name is Sylvester McMonkey McBean, and I've heard of your troubles, and I've heard you're unhappy, but I can fix that, I'm the fix-it-up chappy.
I've come here to help you. I have what you need. My prices are low and I work with great speed, and my work is 100% guaranteed.
Then Sylvester McMonkey McBean put together a very peculiar machine, and he said,
You want stars like a star-bellied Sneetch? My friends, you can have them for $3 each. Just pay me your money and hop right aboard.
So they clambered inside, then the big machine roared.
And it clonked, and it bonked, and it jerked, and it bucked.
And it booked them about. But the thing really worked when the plain-bellied Sneetches popped out. They had stars. They actually did. They had stars
stars upon ours.
Then they yelled at the one who had stars at the star.
We're exactly like you can't tell us apart. We're all just the same now, you snooty old smarties. And now we can go to your Frankfurter parties. Good grief!
We're the ones who had stars at the first.
We're still the best Sneetches and they are the worst. But now, how in the world do we know
They all frowned.
if which kind is what or the other way round?
Then up came McBean with a very sly wink, and he said,
Things are not quite as bad as you think. So you don't know who's who. That is perfectly true. But come with me, friends. Do you know what I'll do? I'll make you again the best Sneetches on the beaches, and all it will cost you is $10 eaches.
Belly stars are no longer in style,
said McBean.
What you need is a trip through my star off machine. This wondrous contraption will take off your stars so you won't look like Sneetches who have them on theirs.
And that handy machine, working very precisely, removed all their stars from their tummies quite nicely.
Then, with their snoots in the air, they paraded about, and they opened their beaks, and they let out a shout.
We know who is who, now there isn't a doubt. The best kind of Sneetches are Sneetches without.
Then, of course, those with stars got all frightfully mad. To be wearing a star was frightfully bad. Then, of course, old Sylvester McMonkey McBean invited them into his star off machine.
Then, of course, from then on, as you probably guess, things really got into a horrible mess.
All the rest of that day on those wild screaming beaches, the fixed-up chappie kept fixing up Sneetches.
Off again, on again, in again, out again.
Through the machine they raced round and about again, changing their stars every minute or two. They kept paying money until neither the plane nor the star bellies knew
whether this one was that one, or that one was this one,
or which one was what one, or what one was who.
Then, when every last cent of their money was spent, the fixer-up chappie packed up and he went, and he laughed as he drove his car up the beach.
They never will learn. No, you can't teach a Sneetch.
But McBean was quite wrong. I'm quite happy to say that the Sneetches really got quite smart on that day.
That day they decided that Sneetches are Sneetches and no kind of Sneetch is the best on the beaches. That day all the Sneetches forgot about stars and whether they had one or not upon theirs.
I got my ticket for the long way round. 2 bottled water for the way. And I sure would like some sweet company. And we're leaving tomorrow, what do you say? When we're gone, when we're gone, you're gonna miss us when we're gone. You're gonna miss us by our hair, you're gonna miss us everywhere. Oh, you're gonna miss us when we're gone.
got my ticket for the long way round to bottle water the other way. And I sure would like some sweet company. And I'm leaving tomorrow, what you say? When we're gone, when I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my hair, you're gonna miss me everywhere. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone, when I'm gone, when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my hair, you're gonna miss me everywhere. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. I got my ticket for the long way round. Don't want the prettiest of views. It's got mountains, it's got rivers, it's got sights to give you shivers, and it sure would be prettier with you. When I'm gone, when I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my walk, you're gonna miss me by my talk. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. When I'm gone, when I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my walk, you're gonna miss me by my talk. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone, when I'm gone, when I'm gone.
So there we have it, a show from reception to Year 6, the talented pupils that are your children. I really hope you've enjoyed watching us perform for you, and I look forward to bringing you into school next year to sit in the JKT where we have recorded this show and be our live audience. It's been a year like no other. How many times have we said that? It's really important that we look at all the positives that have come out of this year, and there have been many. I wish you a wonderful holiday. Rest, enjoy your family time, and I look forward to welcoming you into the new year. Take care.